All right, everybody, welcome back again for another episode of the great, the wonderful, the only FBA TV. I'm joined with Donnie Little and Caleb Rozier. Guys, go ahead and introduce yourselves and kind of tell them a little bit about yourself before we get going with this interview.
Hey, my name's Donnie Little. I'm from Palm Coast, Florida, and play right field at Heston College in Heston, Kansas. And that's pretty much what I've been doing since I left FBA.
All right. I'm Caleb Rozier. I play for El Paso Community College. It's a JUCO in Texas, and I play outfield.
Right on. So, guys, kind of tell everybody what's been going on since you last left us in the summer. Right now we're in November, getting ready for Thanksgiving and the holidays and stuff. And, Donnie, you're going to be coming home soon. Caleb, I know you kind of stayed, but kind of tell everybody, what's been going on, where you're at in your season, kind of some things to, update everybody.
Well, since I left FBA in the summer, I've just been working out and going to the field and hitting, working on my fielding, and then working on getting bigger, trying to get to 200 pounds before I go back to college. And I go back January 2nd. So okay. I got that mark before January 2nd.
And I actually leave today. I'm flying home today. And it's our season was going pretty well for a while. We didn't play against another college until I think it was the middle of October. We just scrimmaged each other the entire time because of COVID. That's the way we had to do it, but we just practiced and inter-squatted against each other until about 2 weeks ago. A bunch of guys on the team got COVID, so basically the whole school shut down like a couple days ago. And I've actually been in quarantine until today. Today I get out. So that's how things have been going at the end here. It started to go south at the end, but I'm about to go home now. So that'll be good. And then we can start in the spring again without any COVID cases.
I wasn't even allowed to go back to Texas in the fall because of COVID.
They were just trying to limit contact with everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I mean, other than, the COVID situation, Donnie, what were you guys able to do? What kind of, workouts, were you doing?
Oh, yeah. We had access to our weight room here, which is actually really nice. They just got a new one this year. So we would lift like 3 times a week, and they would they also had us on a meal plan. They had us eating like crazy amount of calories. Like for me, it was supposed to be like 5,000 a day. Like we're supposed to gain a lot of weight. I ended up going from like 170 to like 185 like before the season stopped. And then as far as practice, we practiced Monday through Thursday, and then on Friday and Saturday we played inter-squads against each other. And as far as practice went, usually we would do some type of BP on the field, but not just straight BP, like you're just going to be hitting fastballs the whole time. Like they'd have a machine set up for curveballs. They had a machine cranked up to throw gas. They would mix fastballs and curveballs. And then they would do execution type of BP, not just straight hitting the whole time. And as far as defense, we would usually just do some individual stuff a couple times a week. And then a couple times a week we would do pregame basically.
Right. So kind of another thing I thought of too that's pretty interesting, for some of our younger viewers, a lot of the younger kids, 13, 14, that are coming up, watch some of these videos and everything. Kind of tell them a little bit about the transition for you guys of going from the high school into college, that kind of jump. I know Donnie and Caleb, you guys both went out of state. Kind of talk a little bit about that, the emotions that kind of went into it, just how you were able to get through kind of the hard times, especially in COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the differences between the transfer between college and high school, it was like it's just a different environment. I feel like the environment in college baseball is just a grind. And back in high school, it was more nonchalant, I guess, if that makes sense.
Right, less intense.
And, everybody really wasn't on the same page, but the school I'm at, all of us, like, we're like really on the same page, and like we want to like go somewhere, like make a name for ourselves.
I mean, I would definitely agree with Caleb. Everybody's more on the same page at the college level. Like everybody wants to, they're there for a reason. Like in high school, some guys just go just so they can be on like the high school baseball team, and that's it. But in college, like you want to either play well at the college level or you want to move on. And I guess like as far as being out of state, that was a tough decision
Yeah,
because it's really far
going
away
far.
from home. But I decided that like I couldn't see myself just going to classes like in college like without being able to do like anything like this, like just playing baseball. And I got an opportunity to do that, so I took it. I just was like, if I don't do it, then I was going to regret not doing it.
Yeah, same. Yeah, you gotta realize that you gotta like make sacrifices for stuff that you really want to do, and like you shouldn't like limit yourself another from a college out of the state. Like you should take it. Like you shouldn't be like, oh, like I don't want to leave home, but like if there's something like really serious going on, then I'd understand that.
No, I don't think
When
so.
I went out of state, I looked at it as it's a chance for me like to get better. You get me? And like it was a lot of maturing that like came with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's kind of that's really a big thing that a lot of colleges look at. Like, is this kid willing to go away from home? That it says a lot about the character. It's kind of like he's willing to take a chance on us, to come way out of state like that, even though we're taking a chance on him as a player. Um, it's just that it's a different way to think about things, rather than just saying, oh, I'm going to go down to the road to the local college and walk on or anything. Like, you're going to comfort zone. So, guys, what does FBA mean to you as a whole? From an organization to kind of player development. What are some things you took away from it that you still continue to do to this day? Go ahead and kind of elaborate on that for me.
FBA to me is like a family, like kind of, because ever since I came into the program, all I've gotten was love from all the coaches. You get me? And they pushed me to my full potential. Like they knew I could get better, so they pushed me and helped me with my mindset so I would get better. And Steppy's a really good coach. Like he really helps people get recruited. He helped me get recruited to the school I'm at right now in Texas because Steppy got in contact with the coach and he saw me playing. He liked what he saw, and that's kind of basically what happened.
So I joined FBA right after my senior season, and this was my first time actually playing on FBA. And if I didn't join FBA, I wouldn't have gotten signed to go to college. I know that because Steppy just has all the connections, and that's how I got signed. And it was different for me because it was during COVID, so coaches like from out of state weren't actually like always traveling to watch you play in other places. So really through field level, just having videos of me playing on there and then Steppy talking to him about me, that's what got me my offer. He didn't even actually see me play in person. So that's how I got signed. And then, yeah, I mean, as far as FBA, it's super important to me because that's how I got to this level. If I didn't play FBA that last season, I don't think I would have made it. And Steppy is a great coach because I hit with him for years before I ever played on FBA, like going back to when I was like 13. I think that was like a huge part of like my success as a hitter in like high school and, up to now.
Well, so guys, what are some expectations you have going into the spring? Obviously, we're all hoping that, everything starts to kind of get back to normal. We're playing baseball, all those different things. In a perfect world, you guys are set to play. What are some expectations you guys have going into the spring for your careers?
Some expectations I set for myself going into the spring were to have batted over 350 by the end of the season with some good numbers, and just rock out.
Well, my expectations for the spring, I want my spring season to actually happen and not get canceled because of COVID first. And then as far as like my expectations personally, I'm not 100% sure if I'll be like starting or like playing every day right at the beginning because we haven't even had our exit meetings with our coaches yet. We're actually gonna have to do those online like next week, but I'm expecting I'm probably gonna to have to fight to get playing time. Like there's going to be competition between me and the other outfielders because like I have some pretty good competition with the two guys that do the same thing I do that hit left-handed and like just play corner outfield. So I'll be competing with them, and I'm just expecting to win the job, I guess.
My expectations in the spring are to go to a Division I school after my last year in JUCO, trying to get recruited. You know.
One of the biggest differences between college and high school, I think, is actually the hitting philosophy with each one. In high school at FPC, the coaches always pushed like line drives, like kind of like low line drives, ground balls, like stuff that like the defense is going to have to make a play on. Like they didn't really want you hitting many fly balls or anything in the air. They like really rewarded like line drives. And then once I got to college, that's kind of how my swing was, you know, what I was more used to from high school. And then here they have us doing like the exact opposite. They want us like hitting like fly balls mostly, like in the cages, like whenever we're hitting like front toss. They want us like to try to hit the top, like back of the cage, like not really anything on a line, and like the same as DP. And they also, especially with the curveball pitching machine, the way they have it set up, like they have it breaking like when you're making contact, so you really have to fight to actually just get way underneath it to hit it up because they want us hitting curveballs up so we don't ground out on them.
Yeah, you know, I mean, wherever you go, there's always going to be somebody with a philosophy on hitting, fielding, pitching, anything like that.
Oh yeah, over the fall, I was just doing online school. Online school is like, I say it kind of sucks. I'd rather be in a classroom, but you know, you got to get through it. And it's just different. It's just been different because of COVID. It's been different.
All right, everybody. So that's all we got planned out for this episode. Thank you so much for watching.
To stay updated on everything FBA, go ahead and hit that notification bell.
Y'all go like and subscribe, man. I'm going to see y'all later.
All right, take care, boys.